we go!
What's going on, Cowboy Nation and Angry Cowboy fans around the world? Y'all know who it is. It's your boy, the Angry Cowboys Fan, here on the Angry Cowboys Fan Podcast, bringing you another video on our dysfunctional Dallas Cowboys. So if you're DC for life and want to get the raw and uncut, drop a like on the video and please consider subscribing to the channel. In the meanwhile, let's go ahead and get ready for my raw and uncut. Get ready for the Angry Cowboys fans, raw and uncut.
I'm keeping it real. They keep it real. That's real.
The drama doesn't stop over at the Star. As everyone in Cowboys Nation knows by now, CeeDee Lamb is now becoming the subject of a little smear campaign due to the fact that he won't be attending voluntary spring workouts. Keyword, voluntary. According to Michael Gelkin of the Dallas Morning News, Cowboys begin their voluntary spring workout program 1 week from today, barring a surprise departure from precedent. Wide receiver CeeDee Lamb won't be participating as a potential holdout looms. Well, Cowboys Nation, we told you. We told you. Let the slander begin with the third party scheduled to make a hefty bag. I'm going to play a quick clip for you from one of my past videos talking about this before it ever even began. Roll the clip. This organization seems like a mob organization. Intimidation and strong-arming to get their players to take less of a deal. Slander in the media and on the internet to make them look bad. Yes, the players do have the option to want to test the market or walk in free agency. But some of those players do have loyalty. To some of these players, they have dreamt about one day being a Dallas Cowboy and retiring a Dallas Cowboy. This organization doesn't take that as loyalty. They take that as leverage. We'll only go as far as Dak takes us. Extra added pressure from the owner of the organization that was certainly not needed before the biggest game of our season. That was an outlet. A way to place blame on a person you are going to have to pay $60 million in the upcoming offseason. Put that quote out in the media, let it circulate around Cowboys Nation a little, and when he doesn't get the job done, Jerry can say that he was right. If the Cowboys go out there and stink it up, Jerry can then go to Dak with a cheaper price and force Dak to either take said cheaper price or test free agency. That's where the players saying, "I want to be a Cowboy for life," will be used against them. Micah Parsons said it too. Don't be surprised they used that against him during his contract negotiations. That was a part of a video that I put out. It was my conspiracy raw and uncut video dealing with Dak Prescott's contract negotiations. I released this video 11 days ago. I had a feeling that Micah Parsons and CeeDee Lamb would be included in the slander, and it was coming soon. Micah Parsons started a few days ago, and now CeeDee Lamb's is starting up as well. Like I said in that video, I don't have an inside track on what goes on at the Star. I don't have the said credentials Sean was mentioning at 105.3 The Fan. I do have eyes and ears, and being a Dallas Cowboy fan, you're subject to this type of buffoonery anytime a big star is scheduled to break the bank. T.O., Amari Cooper, Dak Prescott a couple times, DeMarcus Lawrence, Zeke Elliott, Zach Martin held out. Now we can add Micah Parsons and CeeDee Lamb to the list of the slander. For those who say that's not the case and they don't speak negative about players that expect to set the market, did you hear anything negative about Jordan Lewis taking the amount he re-signed for? What about Eric Kendricks? Trent Sieg? No, you didn't. They took the price Jerry set for them. Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, and Micah Parsons will probably not take the price that Jerry sends over to them. It's going to be 3 separate contract battles getting in the way of this organization trying to actively get over the hump. And how do we get over the hump over here at Cowboys Nation? We create even more humps to get over while trying to get over the biggest hump, and that's the divisional round in the playoffs. I miss when the NFL was just about Sundays and Mondays football. I miss when the only thing we had to worry about was our team pulling off a win in their upcoming matchup, when we didn't know about what was going on behind the scenes, or we didn't know too much. Now, the fans know everything. The thing is, the fans don't have to go searching for this information. It's right there in our damn faces. How do we know that there was drama in the building? 105.3 The Fan, ESPN, FS1, NFL Network. People with said credentials. That's how we know that there's trouble in paradise. It's not just about the X's and O's anymore. It's not about the game of football anymore. It's about the drama that keeps the brand in the mouths of each and every one in the NFL landscape. I understand back in the day, news outlets would cover the firing of a coach or a star player getting released, cut, or traded. Now, we know if their uncle, their cousin, their brother, or their mother is saying something negative about the team or its players because the media is so quick to cover the drama. And everyone knows drama sells. Keep it a buck. I hope the Dallas Cowboys get these 3 contracts done, and if they don't plan on getting them done, let everyone know that as well. They're so quick to get the juicy scoop out on Micah Parsons, Dak Prescott, or CeeDee Lamb. They're so quick to get the negative stories out. Get Cowboys Nation a story that will give us hope for the future, that will help us keep faith in the team and its organization. Since the loss to Green Bay, it's been nothing but doom and gloom being a Dallas Cowboy fan. Remember being a sick kid who stayed out of school? After school, you stared out of the window watching the kids who went to school play. That's how it felt being a Dallas Cowboy fan during free agency. We sat there and we witnessed all the other teams making moves to better their odds at winning during this upcoming season while we did nothing. We witnessed our team struggle to retain players and allow other players to walk during free agency and not replenish our roster. Cowboys Nation has been in a civil war with each other on if we should keep an all-pro quarterback in Dak Prescott. Now we have to have the discussion if we should keep our all-pro wide receiver and all-pro defensive end. When is it gonna stop, Jerry Jones? When will we be able to celebrate as Cowboy fans? I also got a feeling that in the 2nd or 3rd round of this draft, we're going to be drafting a wide receiver. I say this because the Dallas Cowboys don't currently have another wide receiver who could be the wide receiver 1 and take CeeDee Lamb's spot. They could draft one either this draft or in the 2025 draft, but I feel that they'll do it in this draft because it will intimidate CeeDee Lamb to sign whatever contract they send his way. That way, you are paying the new receiver little money, and you have the money that you were setting for CeeDee Lamb that could be used on 4 different positions. I mean, Jerry Jones said that himself. But I am pinning it now, Angry Cowboys fans. We will be getting a receiver, and it's going to be looking to threaten CeeDee Lamb's position. Just wait and find out. Just watch. I hate to say this, but a part of me would like CeeDee Lamb, Micah Parsons, and Dak Prescott to sit out the beginning of the season and watch this team squirm to try and get a win. To show the fans and the front office where this team would be if not for the participation of these 3 players. Kind of like what Emmitt Smith did back in 1993. Those Dallas Cowboys started out 0-2, and Jerry had no choice but to give Emmitt his money. After that drama, they went on to win the Super Bowl. Can we recreate that magic, please? Well, Angry Cowboys fans, as the world turns at the star, we all have our hopes that this team's front office will change their form of negotiation. They'll stop getting these stories out to the media for the media to run with. I find it hard to believe that some reporter just curiously went into the Star and asked, well, how do you guys like Micah Parsons? How is Micah Parsons around here? It's like saying something to a person you know is going to flap their gums to everyone and it getting back to the person you intended it getting back to. We're hip to all these games, Jerry. As Cowboys Nation and people that have followed your team for years, for decades, We're hip to this story. How long you play these games is a different question altogether. This has been your boy, the Angry Cowboys Fan. What did you think about the current narrative circulating around about CeeDee Lamb, Micah Parsons, and Dak Prescott? Would you want to play for this type of organization? Let's have that conversation in the comments section. If you're digging the content and want to help this channel grow even more, hit that like button and share this content with your friends who are Cowboys fans. If you're DC for life and want to help this channel reach its goal of 7,000 subscribers before the preseason, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell so you can stay up to date and get notified whenever I go live, whenever I release a video or a podcast. Also, make sure you join me live so we can talk about what's been going on in Cowboys Nation. This style of negotiation sucks, Jerry. Haven't you ever heard that you could catch more flies with honey than you can with vinegar? Stop slipping the media these stories and let's get this team to where it needs to be before training camp. This has been your boy, the Angry Cowboys Fan, and I'm out.